All right. We are in. We are live. Let me get to this page here so I can see what you see. Zelda hat, tie-dye shirt, homemade in all its glory. It's Saturday night, folks. We're kicking this off. We're going to do a little bit. I don't know, we mixed it up a little bit. We've been playing a little bit of Lego Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy. I'll let that one sink in for a second. You're welcome. Matty P, welcome to the chat. Good to see you here, man. How you doing today? And so we'll get a little bit. We got a bunch of things that we can do today. We can just sit and chill. We can play some different games. We can play through a little bit of this Hogwarts Lego game, this Harry Potter Lego game. We can try other games. I can show you what I got. I got some Street Fighter. I got some Black Ops 3, I believe it is. I got one of the free games, one of the PlayStation free games. Big Irish, welcome in. Let's go. Rust Star, good on. Yes, I am on, and it is good. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I'm going to take this off. I'm getting a little bit. Let me know if I've got double echo going on. Let's check this here. I felt a little bit of as if there was two of me coming through, and I can only handle one of me at a time. Yeah. Mic sound all right? All right, Matty, appreciate it. Oh. All right, Diablo Demon TTV, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Man, this is great. Kicking it off on a Saturday night. Big Irish, let's go. Lies heal the soul. That's a cool name. Don't know that you'll have to explain the concept to me. I like the name. All right. Panda, welcome in. First time chatter. Hi, everyone. Appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. Cooking up some dinner for the kiddo. Big Irish, what you making tonight, man? The lady and I ate at about 3 o'clock or something our time. And it is now 6 o'clock our time. And I feel like ill. And we only had a salad. We only had like a popcorn chicken salad. Mind you, we hadn't had the popcorn chicken in a while, so maybe it was a little bit too calorie dense for the old mint cake. But went out to the garage to work out and ended up having to take a little bit of a lap of the block just to get the blood flowing a little bit because I was not feeling it. Went back in there, tried to do what we could, got up here and get set up. But just the thought of food, Big Irish, makes me feel a wee bit queasy. Meatloaf. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. You know it. Love me some meatloaf. Meatloaf does sound yummy. He doesn't look yummy, but he sounds yummy. God rest his soul. R.I.P. Meatloaf. One of the greats that we lost just recently as well. Welcome in, guys. So like I said, we can do whatever. Oh, do me a favor. And this is the last time I'm going to ask you guys this. I promise. It's the last time I'm going to ask you. So, me being me, I'm struggling a little bit with what to play next. So, I put a little poll out there in the chat. So, if you guys would be ever so kind to go to that and click on what your vote is. Now, I've taken one or two off of there. The Twitter poll closed. I'm still taking DMs. I'm still getting DMs of what to play. And it's honestly closer than I thought. I thought it was going to be a wash for one game in particular. But one of the other games, since we did the last stream, started to close the gap. It was like Seabiscuit just closing him down. So I'm going to put it on there because it is too close to call. So I'm not going to tell you what the games are because I don't want to play any sort of favourites or like nudge nudge, wink wink. Vote for this one, please. So if you guys would pretty please, it's only put in for about 5-10 minutes, and then All right, Maddie, and that's fine. If you voted for something the last time and you've changed your mind, go ahead and vote in there. I did put an option in there to write something else, and you're welcome to click that, but I want to know what it is. You can either DM me, hit me up on the Discord, you can send me a message on Twitter, so twitter.com/mintcake, or you drop it right here in the chat if that's what you want to do. I'm all right with that. Let me make sure I haven't missed anybody who's come in. Big Irish, appreciate it. I just had it freshly combed. I'm on my 4 days away from the station, so we have to shave every day, of course, for reasons that don't make sense to me anymore. I know what the rationale is, but it doesn't make sense because, you know, whatever. But when I'm on my 4 days off, I like to let it go a little bit shaggy. But the mustache is looking all right. It could use a little trim up. But honestly, it started off as a joke. It was No Shave November. All the firefighters grow a mustache in November. Everybody loves it, you know. I'm casting lines back there. But my mum absolutely hates it. And we went home. I took the lady for the first time to go back home to visit in September. And we went again right before New Year's. And the mustache was getting a little bit gnarly, and my mum absolutely hates it, so I kept it just to get under her skin a little bit. And yeah, so since then I trimmed it up. I actually shaved it down to about there, trimmed it up a little bit, and I look like, I'm not even going to tell you what I look like, but it wasn't, so I kind of grew it back in a little bit. I'm going to keep it for a little bit, and then once the better weather starts to come in, once it starts to warm up, trim it up a little bit, give it the more aerodynamic look. So, anyway. Crazy Johnny voted for The Last of Us. I love it. First time chatter, come on in. Welcome. Very, very glad you're here. Tofu, go. I'm gonna watch you a little bit later as well, Tofu. I've seen some of your stuff. I'm only gonna be streaming for a little bit here, but I'm definitely gonna check you out here in a little bit. First time chat, Marrying Love, cosplay. I love cosplay. Maddie and I were talking earlier, and he was talking about his 300th stream coming up. 300 followers. 300 followers. Sorry, Maddie, I got it confused. 300 followers, and he was like, well, I want to do something special for it. I'm like, once I hit 300 followers, I know what I'm doing. And I suggested it to him. And Maddie, if you're all right with me telling them, I'll tell them, unless you're actually going to do it, in which case I won't spoil the surprise. Answers on the postcard in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do you say? Yeah. All right. So Maddie said he doesn't have the app. So I was like, well, you know what, for your 300th follower, why don't you wear a 300 Spartan costume? This is Sparta. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I don't have the apps for it either, Maddie, but 300's 300. You know, I mean, that's a big achievement. Good for you, man. So, Maddie, I believe you're on a little bit later tonight. So, if you guys are on stream, following along in chat, go check out his stream a little bit later. When I first got into streaming, which was not very long ago at all, I was just fishing around and, looking at streamers on Twitch, and I came across Maddie, and him and I have been good buddies since we've hit it off, and he puts out some good content, good musician as well. So I know it's not good etiquette to plug other people's streams and stuff like that, but honestly, at the end of the day, we're here to help each other, and that's the biggest reason why I do this in the first place, is to get help and to give help. I try and tout myself as a little bit of a mental health champion myself. I wouldn't say that I go out and ring the bell on the streets or anything like that. I'm not a counsellor by any means, but I try to create awareness for it and try to destigmatize it as much as I can, because we all suffer from it. In the fire service, my darling wife to be here soon is she's a paramedic as well. I'm a firefighter and paramedic, and we go through a lot. Thankfully, we've got each other that we can kind of bounce stuff off. If I've had a rough day, I can come home and I can talk to her about that stuff, and it's it's honestly free therapy for me. And of course, I've got other people through peer support and other employee assistance programs that I have as a fireman that I can access. But a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people are not as lucky as me and didn't find their way, their awareness of, hey, you know what, I need to talk to somebody as readily as I did. So I think streaming is a great way to sort of get out there in the community. And another buddy of mine, Alien, and I were talking last night, and it's before I would come home from work and I would sit and I would maybe just like crack open a couple of beers, sit and watch TV, and I could veg out just sitting binge watching a series or something like that. And before you know it, I mean, you're just sitting glued to the TV and you're doing this and you do this, and before you know it, it's just a 6-pack turns into more, and then what else have we got in the cabinet? There's liquor in the cabinet, and before you know it, you're shit-faced. And not only are you out of commission for that day, you're out of commission for the next day. But if you keep doing that over a longer space of time, tolerance builds up and everything, and that starts to become what your brain accepts as being the new norm, and that's not normal at all. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with drinking. There's nothing wrong if weed is legal in your state and you use it for medical reasons and you're doing everything by the book. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But anything can be abused, right? I mean, you can have too much water and it'd be not good for you. Earlier today, I had far too much popcorn chicken salad, and that wasn't good for me, But we were talking, back to what I was saying, we were talking last night that when I game, and especially when I stream, I physically couldn't sit, and I'm tooled up here. I've got my cup of lemon water in a mason jar. I've got a cup of coffee. I had a Harry Potter cup of coffee, but I wasn't allowed to use it this time for this stream because it actually belonged to somebody else. So somebody got a little bit too territorial about the Harry Potter cup, and I got myself a little bit of an energy drink, and I try to use these, try to space these out a little bit because I know they're not great for me and all that. So being a health and wellness advocate, it's not, but you do what you need to do to, sort of stay awake or get yourself, ready for a workout or something like that. But back to what I was saying, I physically couldn't sit and play a game and drink alcohol the way that I would when I was watching a TV show and be any good at the game, or even be able to understand what was going on, figure out puzzles. And this is a Lego game that's kind of marketed towards kids, and I was, even stone cold sober, I was having trouble figuring it out. So honestly, it's good motivation, and as long as, again, like anything else, you're not abusing it, you're not sitting here and again, nothing against you guys that do marathon streams, but I work 2 jobs, we've got a household together, and we've got stuff to take care of, so I can't sit here for 8-10 hours and stream and play video games. And my lady works from home as well, and she's doing phone calls and meetings and stuff like that, and it just, it's that would not be great for us. So as long as I keep it at a healthy level, a couple of hours here and there, as she understands, we were doing the Bloodborne playthrough and we were getting into it. We had some 4-hour streams, but even after that, I was getting all right. I don't think I can, I can't keep that attention span going for that long. But had I been, drinking something along with it, absolutely no chance. So for me, streaming is an accountability thing. Video gaming is a healthy coping mechanism, again, within its certain parameters. But when you stream, there's an area of accountability about that, because other people are watching you, and nobody wants to watch somebody that's sloppy and all over the place. At least, and from my point of view, I don't want to watch that. I want to watch like some good content, and the guys that I follow on here are great content creators. So for me, there's an accountability to you guys as a content creator to put some good quality content out there and not be sloppy. I get it. I'm wearing, not shaved. I'm wearing a tie-dye t-shirt and stuff like that. Actually, did you guys see it? Let's see here. Look at this thing. I made this myself. Look at this. Got the chevron sort of thing. It's a little bit off center. Got the chevron pattern going on. A little bit here at the bottom. It's pretty good. I thought it was anyway. But yeah. My lady and I and my 11-year-old son, we got together and we did a whole bunch of them. They did sweatshirts and hoodies and stuff. Well, yeah, you know, tie-dye. It's a little bit 1980s, but I'm a child of the 80s, so gotta love it. So anyway, that's why I do what I do on here. For me, it's not about the numbers, it's not about growth, but the more people that we can reach and the more people that we can tell, hey, it's all right. It's all right. It's the old phrase. It's okay to not be okay. The more we can spread that message out and destigmatize mental health and the want, the push to go get help when you really need it, and not worrying about what other people are thinking when you go get that help. I think that's super important, and I think it's I think it's important. It's incumbent upon all of us to advocate for those people and to advocate for ourselves. So, all right, let's go to the chat, see what you guys are saying. That's my soapbox thing over. All right, got to back up. Big Irish show off them guns. What guns, buddy? This is from years and decades of overeating. I would say, you know. How far do we go back? Thank you, Maddie. I appreciate that. Big Soft Pie, first time chat, welcome in. I gotta go back here. I gotta go way back. Crazy Johnny, first time chat, welcome in. Man in Love Cosplay, thanks for the follow. Tofu, thanks for the follow. Gave you the shout out. I'm gonna come watch you the next time you stream as well. Yeah, Maddie, first time chat. Big Soft Pie, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate you being here. Thank you. And Big Irish, Maddie, thank you for the love. Rostar, thank you for the love. And there's a difference between drinking and drinking in excess. Man in Love Cosplay, I couldn't agree more. Absolutely. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I'm Scottish. Big Irish is on here as well. He'll tell you it's part of our culture. We'll go home at New Year, and yeah, sure, sometimes you get a little bit carried away with it, but that's not a regular thing. And even if you do have a regular drink, as long as you're not going to excess, I couldn't agree with you more. Absolutely. I think, you know, as long as you do it in moderation, that's the key, right? Moderation's the key. Moderation with everything's the key. This guy. I'll allow that, Big Irish. I don't know. Crazy John, I have a 4-month-old baby, so I need a cup of coffee in the morning and an energy drink after that to function at work. I know it's not good for me, but like I say, I mean, it's, you know, you gotta have those little things, and if it's, you know, for the good of your kiddo, so that you can be the best version of yourself that you can for them, I've got no problem with that, you know. Yeah, you watch your mom drink herself to death. That's tough to see, and that would be, you could either go two ways with that, Big Irish. You could either go down the same path as her and think that that's what's for you, or you can choose to go down the opposite road and you use that. You use those visions and those memories as motivation to keep going down the right path. You know what I mean? Hey, you have Irish, Madden in Love Cosplay, you have Irish, German and Slavic heritage, so you're set up for success when it comes to the old coping mechanisms, aren't you? Working out at the gym brings more energy than coffee or energy drinks. It does, but, you know, and sometimes I think that, you know, a cup of coffee in the morning or an energy drink or a pre-workout or whatever it is you use to get you to go to the gym, I think there's a big psychosomatic thing. There's a big what am I trying to say? There's a bit of a placebo effect there when it comes to that. I do believe that caffeine does work and it does help circulation and metabolism and stuff like that. But a lot of it is just because it's part of a ritual. You know, any athlete will tell you that consistency is the key with preparation. You prepare the same way so that you perform consistently. So sometimes that's just part of your pre-workout ritual or your morning ritual to get yourself geared up, you know, to go and fight the battles of the day-to-day life, you know. So you do what you have to do. Color by number in the morning. I used to do a little bit of colouring in as well, and I think colour by numbers is a great idea because it helps to stimulate that sort of right side of your brain, that creative side of your brain. And the left side, being the analytic side, is constantly, we're bombarded with information and our brains are spinning 1,000 miles an hour, so you're constantly like, this, I've got to do this next, I've got to do that next, oh shit, I forgot to pay that bill, little Timmy's got to get picked up from daycare at this time. Your left side's always fire. So doing something like colour by numbers, or doing something like just a simple colouring book, or a Sudoku, or a crossword, or Tetris or something like that on your phone, it can help stimulate that right side of the brain, and it can help shut that left side up. You know what I mean? It's just literally to one side of your brain telling the other side to shut the fuck up. Ross Star, you like Sudoku in the morning? Yep. A very, again, Sudoku does both sides of the brain. It is, you are stimulating that analytic side, that left side of the brain, but you're also doing pattern recognition, which is your right side of the brain too. So that's a sort of, I don't know if it's a trade-off. I think it's actually hitting it from both sides, because while you're analysing that specific creative problem, everything else that was going on in your brain before that is taking a back seat. So, that's what I think about crosswords and Sudokus and word plays as being beneficial for, anxiety. All right. Crazy Johnny, I wish I could go to the gym. I work for a cable company and work 4/10s, so my days off are with my family. My fiance is a streamer, so I don't go out much because I'm helping her out. Yeah, that's my thing about going to the gym. So I'm lucky enough that we've got a gym at the station, but for me, I don't go to the gym. I've got a set of adjustable dumbbells, a heavy bag, and a pull-up bar in my garage. And there's, you don't need a gym membership to do a workout, and you don't even need equipment. You can do bodyweight stuff. I'm not being preachy or anything like that, and I'm definitely not talking down to you, Johnny, at all. What I'm saying is that if you could, if you could dedicate it seems like you spend a lot of your life helping people out, helping other people out, and I think just creating 5-10 minutes a day, or 10 to 20 minutes 3 times a week, just doing like some bodyweight stuff, doing simple yoga in the morning, getting up an extra 15 minutes before everybody else and doing some morning workouts. And again, it doesn't have to be intense. We used to do classes around the city here, and we would talk to people from all walks of life. We'd talk to people who were, were athletes, were construction workers, things like that, very physical, physically demanding jobs. But we'd also talk to people who worked at offices. We talked to people who maybe had disabilities or maybe had injuries to where they couldn't go run, they couldn't go cycle. Maybe, like I say, they were bound to a wheelchair. But there's even stuff that people who are wheelchair bound can do to work out, and not even just for the physical aspect of it, but what exercise. Somebody mentioned it earlier in the chat there. What that exercise, what that oxygenation does for your brain. It's awesome. So Johnny, it sounds like you help your fiance out a lot. By the way, what does she stream? Can I ask that? Sounds like you help her out a lot, and I think even for you to be the best version of help for her, a little bit of exercise, taking time for yourself, that me time will be valuable. Man of Love Cosplay, Crazy Johnny, it's important to take at least 10 to 30 minutes for yourself. I'm a people pleaser, so I don't tell people how often. I don't tell people no often, and I've learned for a healthy life is to take you time sometimes. I know I completely butchered what you were trying to say there, Cosplay, but I get the message. Taking time for yourself. Big Irish, your kid has changed your life. What? How old is your kiddo, Irish? She streams Crazy Johnny. She streams Fortnite and Overwatch, and she's part of OP. Awesome. Great group. You know what I mean? Great group. And that's, again, being part of like Discords and communities and getting out there in Twitter and interacting with other streamers and other non-streamers as well, I think is really key. Not just for growing your stream, but for growing, like, for self-development, for self-growth. Man, the cosplay, I can't type. Don't worry about it. That's why I'm talking. So I can't type. My buddy Alien and I were talking last night. He was doing a playthrough of Hogwarts Legacy, the actual Hogwarts Legacy, not the Hogwarts Legacy that I've been playing. And I was like typing. I was all thumbs all over the place. We were trying to talk about how places in Edinburgh were inspirations for, like, Hogwarts and different places, and some of the character names are from graveyards surrounding Heriot's School in Edinburgh, which Heriot's School combined with Edinburgh Castle being on the rock, just kind of like what you see on screens with Hogwarts being a castle on the rock, those were inspirations for the writer to create that vision of Hogwarts. So anyway, I was trying to send pictures through his Discord to because I was having trouble describing. My thumbs kept hitting the wrong key. I was having trouble describing all the stuff that I was trying to get over. So a picture paints 1,000 words, and 1,000 times better than I was trying to paint them with my typing skills. Streams Fortnite. Thanks for the again, Johnny. I'm not really trying to be preachy or anything like that. But anytime you want to chat about anything, you got a heavy heart, a heavy head. Don't ever hesitate to reach out. I'm right there in the same group as your fiance, so you can find me. You can find me through there, or hit me up in the DMs, shoot me a message on Twitter or something like that. I'm always happy to chat with people. Let's see. She's about 2 now, Big Ari. She's about 2 now, but growing up so fast. Love to come home to her every day. She brings me out of those dark places and gives me a purpose. That's it. I mean, everybody's got to have a why, right? And it's, the kid thing sometimes sounds like a cop out. It sounds like an easy, I do this for my kid. Well, you're not just doing it for your kid. You're doing it to give them the best opportunity. So you're being the best version of yourself for the kid to benefit them, but at the same time, as you're being the best version of yourself for them, who's that also benefiting? It's benefiting you as well. So you're absolutely right. It gives you motivation, gives you purpose, gives you a reason to try and continue to be a better person every day. She's 2 so I found a whole man in cosplay. I found a whole Overwatch team to play with through networking, an all-female team. That's awesome. So you can relate to other females on there. I'd imagine. I don't even know girl power back there. I get it. Okay. I don't even know what the balance is. Maybe one of you guys, more educated, more seasoned streamers out there, could tell me what is the ratio of males to females in Twitch. I've got to say it's got to be more male streamers if I was to guess. Maybe somebody who's involved in statistics and data analytics and computer science might be able to answer that question for me one day. Stay tuned. I might be able to contract somebody to do that. Let's see. Female team. Crazy Johnny. She should DM me if she's looking for a team. Yeah, absolutely, Johnny. If you didn't read that, I love this. People are coming together. This is a coming together of people over Lego Harry Potter, which we're still at the start screen for. And yep, well, I don't know. Just joined today, so that's how I got onto your stream. Well, welcome. I'm really glad that you found us. Where have I seen that hat logo before? Come on, Big Irish. You know what this is. You've seen this, and you're going to kick yourself. Nobody in the chat tell them. Big Irish, you got to figure it out. All right? But I'll give you a little bit of a clue. It was really popular growing up. It was a Nintendo deal growing up in the 1980s and 1990s, and it's still very popular today. Matter of fact, some people might say that it's some of the best games ever out there. Ever. It's on the tip of your tongue. I'm not oh, Ross Star, who did that? Rostar, wherever you are, I want 20 push-ups. And if you can't do push-ups, I want 20 core crunchies, which suck in your core 20 times as punishment, or you're getting kicked off the stream. I'm just kidding, I won't do that. I won't kick you out. I'll have Maddie Peeves do it for me. Kick her out, Maddie. Alright, yeah, laughing my ass off, yeah. So, all good. Now, it's my lucky hat. My sister-in-law got it for me for, I think it was birthday or Christmas or something, a number of years ago. And I tried this. I wear this hat when I'm streaming, and I wore it to a firefighter paramedic conference that I was at in Florida. Everybody else was there with their, the department logo on their hats and stuff like that. And I just wore a check shirt, pair of cargo shorts, and the Zelda hat. And everywhere I went, people were like, love the hat, love the hat, love the hat. I'm like, this is a lucky hat. So this is what it is, lucky hat. Mine cosplay, boo, we need more females on Twitch. You looked it up, Madden cosplay, and it's 78%. Well, that math didn't quite add up, but I suppose it would be people that might identify as neither male nor female, so that's probably where the difference comes in. But yeah, that's a bit of an imbalance. So yeah, you ladies, if you're out there and you're watching and you're video gamers and you're just watching stream, we do need more female streamers. And I think there's a niche there, and you only have to look at some of the female streamers out there to see how successful they are. Mine cosplay, there's like decimals, but no, it was great. No, like I said, I think there's going to be people that there's non-binary. There's going to be people that identify as others. So I think that's maybe where the discrepancy comes in. So I wasn't knocking you at all. First time chat. D-Rock killed you. Is that D-Rock or Dr. Rock? Dr. Rock? D-Rock. I'm saying D-Rock. What's up? First time chatter. Hey man, welcome in. How's it going today? Glad you're in here. A little bit of sip of lemon water. I'm getting a little bit parched. Yeah, so. All right. So let's see here. Did we get the poll ended. Let's have a look at the results of the poll. All right, so for today, now I've got to collate everything, so I'm not going to give it away today, but in today's poll, I think this is the third live Twitch poll that we've done. In today's poll, The Last of Us came out with 78% of the votes, with Hogwarts Legacy being 11%, Resident Evil being 11%, Dark Souls being 0, and something else being 0 as well. So, not a lot of Dark Souls fans out there on stream right now, but I've gotten some input from off stream about the Dark Souls content, and I put Dark Souls on here, but there's a lot of people saying you need to play Sekiro. It's Shadows Die Twice is the game. I hear that's pretty rock solid. It's supposed to be a aesthetically beautiful game, great graphics, great gameplay, but it's supposed to be very challenging compared to Bloodborne, Elden Ring, and some of the other Souls games. So that's how it stands for today's poll. Thank you guys for contributing to that. It does really mean a lot to me, because that's, we're talking about anxiety and all that. That's part of my anxiety, is like, I don't want to pick the wrong thing. I don't want to stream something that nobody's going to like. But I honestly think the most important thing is that you like what you're playing and you're not doing it to please other people. So these games on here, although I haven't played them, they're games that I think that I would like. I know I like the Dark Souls games. I played Resident Evil 2 remake, and I really did enjoy that. I didn't think I would. Back when the Resident Evils came out for PS1, I played it and I wasn't any good at it, and I honestly found it scary. So I'd never thought I would want to play a Resident Evil game, but playing through that when I was back home with my buddies was really pretty cool. So, and then Neo just being, where'd it go? Neo just being that sort of Souls type game. I think it is a From Software game. No, it's not. It escapes me, but it's like a third person RPG. And guys were talking to me about Call of Duty, Enlisted, Fortnite, Destiny, and all of those games are free to play, which is awesome. But the first person shooters, I am just honking at them, absolutely stinking. And years ago, a buddy of mine, he was like, "No, just come on, play, and I'll help you. I'll show you." And after about 30 minutes of me running around with a gun pointed up in the air, he was just like, "Okay," because there was guys he was hooked into his chat. There was guys in the group were like, "Who the fuck is that guy? Who brought that guy along?" So I was a bit of an embarrassment to him that day. So, but if it was something that people really wanted to see, I would try it. It would at least be funny, I suppose. So, all right, Hectagon's first time chat. Welcome in. Let's go. Mint, your hat is the shit. It is one of my favorite hats of all time. You know, I never used to be a hat guy because I used to have this like thick sort of shaggy hair. And I would also always get too hot. But since I, started shaving my head, I've got to wear hats at work or whatever because I get sunburnt and all that. So I started wearing hats more often and getting a little bit more expressive with them. I worked at a local. I worked at Topgolf, and we used to get guys coming in, and breweries would give away hats and stuff like that. So you'd wear those, and I got this massive collection of baseball caps, and then I always joke with her and tell her it was my sister-in-law that bought me it, but it was actually my darling sweetheart, light of my darkness back there, that got it for me. And she got the Zelda hat for me, and at first I looked at her, I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And I didn't think I would have the guts to wear it. I thought it was like, oh, people are going to laugh at me for wearing a kid's hat, But I was like, no, what, fuck it. I love Zelda. This is part of who I am, part of who I was growing up. We used to go out across the old fields and through the old dumps and stuff like that around our village, cut sticks and pretend they were swords and play Zelda, So yeah, here I am, and like I say, it's been my lucky hat. Had to go and you used to work at Topgolf. yeah. Thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. Mary, thanks for dropping by, I appreciate it. I'll check in with you a little bit later. I'm going to be streaming for maybe just another hour or so, and I'll check in with you later. So have a good night, man, if I don't speak to you though. Let's back up a little bit because I went on another one of my rants. I know I did it. Ross Star, Zelda, yep, gave that away. Looked at 78% on the tip of your tongue. Burpees, there you go, yep. Big Irish said, burpees for you, Ross Star. Need more women on Twitch. Where am I living now? You mentioned Florida for the meeting. So I live in the Midwest, live in the Kansas City Metroplex right now, and I work for a fire department. I'm a fireman, I'm a medic here, and I have a business on the side as well that I run. But I went down to Florida with my department to do it was called EMS World, so we went down there just to see like what's new in the world of CPR, life-saving interventions, technology, medical records, like we call them EHR, like electronic health records, systems, things like that. So, and there's like usually like a big sort of convention hall where there's vendors and stuff like that, and then you go into all these little rooms, and there's maybe about 300 speakers over the 4 or 5 days, and you go there and you basically pick what classes interest you. Maybe there's something about, depending on what your role is, if you're an operations guy like myself, you maybe want to learn something more about CPR or something, or pediatrics, or if you're like myself, if you're interested in health and wellness and mental health, you maybe want to go take some of those workshops, which I did. And my lady friend was down there as well, and she is a statistician and a computer scientist, and she did some research papers on stroke scale and a cervical, like basically the efficacy and effectiveness of placing cervical collars on patients with injuries and stuff. So she presented 2 papers down there as well. So I went, obviously for self-development, but I went to support her as well. But it was really cool, you know. It was pretty educational and it was fun at the same time. And who doesn't like, you know, a free trip to Florida? So that was cool. All right, back to where we were. Joker Dad 007, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. First time chat as well coming on in. D-Rock, gotcha. Yeah, I tried her for you tried for Resident Evil. I need to play that and Dark Souls. Yeah, so I've got the Dark Souls trilogy. I play on a Bigger Ash. I saw your question. It's PS5 I play on, but the Dark Souls trilogy I've got is for PS4. Obviously, you can play that on PS5. So I've got that sitting in the. Actually, that was the first game I bought when I was waiting on the PS5 coming. I bought the Dark Souls trilogy while I was waiting for the PS5 to come, and then I bought Elden Ring right after that. And Elden Ring was the first game that I played for the PS5, and was my first ever Souls game as well. But then I wanted to go back and play through, after I got done with Elden Ring, I wanted to go back and play through Dark Souls 1, 2 and 3. I heard 1 and 3 are sort of related, they're in the same sort of realm, and then 2 is a little bit different. But then one of my good buddies was like, hey, you need to play Bloodborne, so I ended up doing a blind playthrough of Bloodborne. You guys can see that on my YouTube. There's some videos on Twitch there as well, but if you go to youtube.com/mintcake, you can watch me fumbling, bumbling and stumbling through a blind playthrough of Bloodborne. And it was frustrating, but it was fun. So if you want to go see me lose my shit, especially in the first boss fight against Father Gascoigne, I must have died to him about 20 times, and I was losing my fucking marbles. No joke. So if you want a good laugh, go watch that. Right, where are we at? System I play on is PS5, Big Irish. The Reaper, yep. Firefighter, yep. I do love it. It's getting paid to play with big boy toys. It's pretty fun. Get to drive as well, so that's. I know it's one of those things when you're a kid. You're just like you're driving, you're running lights and sirens to a scene, and you're just like, I'm driving a fire truck with lights and sirens on. How many little boys and girls dream about doing something like this? I'm like, so sometimes I do realize how cool the job is, and you know, after getting a full shift full of going to nursing homes and picking old people up off the floor, which is a lot of what we do, to be honest. And you're on a call where you're getting to tank down the road, running up lights and sirens. It's like, you know what, this is a pretty cool job. So I'm very lucky and very blessed. Used to work for Horton. Man, the cause to play. What's Horton? Miss Queen Savage is raiding with a party of 4. Thank you for that. Miss Queen Savage coming in with a party of 4. Thank you so much. Welcome in. First time chat. Tofu. Appreciate you being here. Queen Savage. Miss Queen Savage, thanks for the follow. Hello to you. How are you doing? Good to see you in here. What's going on with you today? Tell me a little bit about yourself, what you stream and stuff like that as well. I don't mind you giving yourself a plug on my stream. That stuff doesn't bother me at all. Especially when I ask you for it. I mean, we're having a conversation here, so you know, tell me what you do, tell me what you like. It's fun. It's fun. Yep, it's fun. I used to build fire trucks for a living, Big Irish. Where did you do that at? We just purchased our department. We say we, as if it was my money or something like that. Our department just purchased a couple of new trucks. We just got one of the engines in the other day, or pumpers, some places call them, and it still hasn't been fitted with all like the cabinets and the tool attachments and stuff like that. We haven't got the hose loaded on it yet, but it's very cool. We get ours from Pierce in Appleton, Wisconsin. So and then there's a local place here that does some of the repairs and upgrades and stuff to it and all that. Big Irish, are you an engineer? Oh, yeah, man in cosplay, I see what you're saying. Make custom emergency vehicles. Well, so you heard the Horton? I think she's got headphones on back there, that's alright. Because she worked for a transport service, the ambulance service here in the county. Just went to the restroom, buddy. Yeah, okay.
Oh, what about
Braun? You were the guy that painted the trucks and put on the decals and stuff like that. Yeah. The company was called Pierce in Wisconsin. That's exactly who I was talking about. Pierce. That's who we buy. Yeah, exactly. Small world, man. Small world. You live in Big Irish. You live in Appleton. Well, I'm not on the truck committee or anything like that for our department, but we have guys that go up there, and the guys at Pierce are really pretty cool about taking them, showing them around. They'll let them drive the trucks and stuff, and they drove up to Lambeau Field and got to drive around there and stuff, and then they did a tour of Lambeau Field and stuff like that. So it's a cool experience, and if I don't really have like a mechanical brain. My family are very sort of mechanically minded. My dad tried to show me, but I was just like in one ear and out the other. So I think all that stuff is cool, and I'm glad that we have guys that do that, and they really do treat them well when they go up there. So if you work for that company, thanks for the hospitality that you showed every one of our guys that come up there. The Reaper, you're a former firefighter, but on leave, hence the profile pic on Discord. Is that you sitting? You're sitting on like stairs or something like that? I think I saw that. How long were you a firefighter for? Or still are, I guess you're on leave. But how long had you been doing that for? That's alright now, Miss Queen Savage, no problem. We're just here shooting the breeze. This has turned into one of those just, sort of chat things. That's alright. Never done one before, but it's been cool. And let's say the goal for today was just to, play a little bit, have some fun, be light with it, and then figure out what we're going to do next. So this has been great. It's been great getting to know you guys and what makes you guys tick, and I'm learning new things all the time as well. So if you guys have got any sort of feedback on, hey, maybe you should stream for longer, maybe you should not stream for as long, maybe you should try this, or maybe you should pick a different hat, maybe you should not wear tie-dye shirts on stream. I don't know, whatever. You play the Lego games with your son, man, in cosplay. Nice. I really like them. I've got Lego Harry Potter, and for my Xbox One, I don't play my Xbox very much. I got it years and years ago because my kid and I, we loved playing the Wii, and so I got the Xbox One because it had the Kinect with it. But he was just a little dude, and me being, a little larger, for some reason it wouldn't pick up. It was fine picking me up, but it wouldn't pick him up. And if we moved him closer to the camera, it just, it didn't work well. I thought that the concept of the Kinect was really pretty cool. It just didn't seem to pan out, and they stopped making good games for it. So they made that Kinect Sports, the Rivals. But for the Xbox 360, the Kinect that they had for that had the handheld things, it had the golf and the tennis and all that stuff was really cool. And I think the Kinect for Xbox One could have been really something special if they had just poured a little bit more into its development, but they didn't, and more's the pity. So I've got a couple of Lego games for the Xbox One as well. I've got the Lego Avengers or something like that, and then I saw Lego Harry Potter just came out on one of the free monthly games. I thought it would be pretty funny to play it because obviously Hogwarts Legacy's coming out, or it's now out. So I thought, maybe I'll play Hogwarts Legacy. And I've done that joke to death about 50 times now. You guys that watch the stream are probably sick of it. I told you I'd be done saying it, but people are asking questions. I can't not answer the questions and say the dad joke at the same time. Do you know what I mean? All right. Back to where we were. Great place. Big Eyes, great place. Don't work there anymore, but it was great. A great learning experience. Miss Queen Savage. I'm an artist and music, and and you're a musician, so you're an artist and a musician, and you play Minecraft a lot. Very cool. What do you paint? Are you like that sort of artist? Are you a sculptor, or is music your art? And music, do you play an instrument? What do you do? Music's always been something that I love. I'd love to be able to play the guitar. I'd love to be able to play the piano. I actually have a guitar. I actually have a keyboard. But this just can't seem to get it. Can't get it together. And I've got guys at the station. I'm like, bring a guitar in. We've literally got in one of the spare rooms. We've got a jam room. We've got like one of them little sort of electronic drum sets. And guys bring in their guitars and stuff like that, and they just sit out, in between calls or try to blow off some steam and just sit and jam out. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll show you. And I'm just like, they try and show me a couple of things, and I'm just like, this just doesn't work. 6 years, went on leave from a call that was done. So you had a bad call, and that affected you pretty badly, I'm guessing. It happens a lot. We have guys, just a couple of months ago at the old department I worked at, they caught a fire, there was an incident there, and that was enough for the guy to go, you know what, that's enough for me. From what happened and what he saw and what he experienced and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, I'm done. And that's okay. It's alright to be done. But I think it's really important to know when you're done, rather than being done in your head and just keeping going and just putting yourself in that situation and putting your brain through that. I think that's probably the worst thing that you can do. Is when you know that your heart's not in it, you know that your mind's not in it, because that can be very dangerous. So knowing when it's right for you to get out, that's a brave decision to make, and I commend you for that. 6 years ago, Big Ash, the amount of money that goes into those fire trucks is crazy. You can customize every little thing when you buy a truck from them. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, from the bare bones of the chassis on up, you can have it any way that you want. But you better be happy with what you've got, because once it's built, it's very expensive and nigh on impossible to change it. So you better be sure that what you think you want is actually what you want. Yeah. And I know a few departments have learned the hard way on that, and like, if we would have known, it was going to be like this, because people have their trucks a certain way, and they look for greener grass on the other side. They go, oh, wish we had this would be so much better. And then they go for what they think that they want, and it turns out to be like, oh, this was a mistake. And then people are so proud and so sort of ego driven that they're prideful, they stick with it and go, oh no, it's great. They don't want to turn around and go, yeah, we just spent $1.2 million on this, and this is not what we need. So yeah, a lot of money goes into those things. Manual of cosplay. I play the Lego games with my son. Yep, I saw that. That was where I got off on the tangent about the Xbox and all that. I apologise. You're working on getting big soon. Is that what you're talking about? Growing your stream. You're working on growing your stream and getting that going. Big Irish man in cosplay. It's insane how custom these trucks get. I own almost every Lego game because it's all or nothing. It's all or nothing, brain. I get it. Yeah. It's a good dad joke. Thank you for that. I appreciate the good feedback on the dad jokes. You're planning on going back, and better make sure you get the right driver for them. Absolutely, yeah. No, you do, because that's a lot of responsibility to be sitting on that, 1.2, 1.4, depending on what it is. If it's a ladder truck, a tiller or something like that, you're talking, $1.6 million, and you've got one guy, that's in charge of not ramming that into another car or into a structure or something like that, or, you know, bellying it out, going around the corner. It's a lot of responsibility. So that's like, you know, departments that have just like anybody in the seat. I mean, I get that you have rural departments where maybe personnel is an issue and you've sometimes got to have lesser experienced guys driving those things. But I think it's important for a lot of these departments to have actual driver training programs. You know, whether they go to like the actual IAAF, is it IAAF that does the driver operator? Can't remember who, if it is IAAF that does. Anyway, it's driver operator, aerial operator classes that you go to. A lot of it's death by PowerPoint and you sit, but you're forced to learn, you're forced to study, you're forced to take tests, and there's a practical component of as well. But not only that, when you get through that course, when you get back to your department, I think it's important that they don't just shove you on the truck and go, great, you passed the test, you can drive now. I think, you know, edging into it a little bit, you know, having that guy who's a newer driver, have them just drive to the store, take them to like an open parking lot, a church parking lot or something like that, and have them just drive, practice backing it up, you know, practice all the operations before you actually release them. Our department has a requirement to where they have to go through the actual driver operator program, and then we have our own internal academy, and then you have to have X amount of time behind the wheel before they'll actually give you the blessing to where, okay, now you can relief drive now. And then the actual driver position is a promotion position. So to be a driver, when we're fully staffed to drive that thing, you have to have been promoted into the driver position. So I think it's important. Never drove ambulances. We built cause anxiety was like, nope. Training, what's that? Yeah. Yeah, training. Some places are just like, can you drive? Do you have a license? Never mind if you don't even have a license, you just get in the seat. We need a driver. Ambulances, and that was before I drove anything. I drove an ambulance because part of it is like we work in a fire department that we don't have our own ambulances. The county that we live in provides the ambulance transport service, so they have medics and EMTs on the ambulances who arrive to the scene. We're usually there on scene for maybe a couple of minutes before they get there, and we help load the patient into the ambulance, and away they go. They take them to the hospital, we go back to the station to our comfy beds. But on a critical call or something like that, or, you know, maybe it's a non-breather, maybe it's a traumatic injury, you know, maybe a car accident or something like that, or maybe you have multiple patients, you might be spread a little bit thin, so they might take one of us firefighters and have them drive the ambulance to the hospital. So you've got to be competent behind the wheel of an ambulance, be able to navigate through the MDT, which is like the mobile dispatch terminal, work the Garmin route to the hospital, and you've got to be able to like talk on the radio and stuff like that, which is, for me, talking on the radio is it ain't no thing sort of thing, because even from my previous profession, I'm used to sort of talking in front of people anyway, but, you know, streaming and all that, it's doing this has really helped me for when I ride out in the officer's seat and I'm working the radio and all that. It's just helped me be more comfortable and confident on the radio, you know. So that's another way that streaming has helped me and my mental health, because being on a radio where the entire county can hear you and they're listening to every voice, and if you misstep on the radio, if you slur your word, or I've got an accent obviously, so I usually get, if I'm on the radio, I get text messages from guys in another department, like, I heard you on the radio, you got peanut butter in your mouth or something. I'm like, you fucking cocksuckers. So you got to make sure you're on there and you work on that radio, that you're clear, concise, to the point, and you don't mess up. So there's a lot of anxiety involved in that. So doing this has really helped me out with that. All right, so where are we at here? It's a good dad joke. Plan on going back. Very cool. Bath time for the kiddos. I'll be back. Thank you. No problem, Big Irish. Get those kids cleaned, scrubbed behind the ears. I would be on a tiller in the back. So the old department that I was at, Reaper, they just got a tiller, and I left there just before it got released onto the streets. But we were doing the training in it and stuff, and I love the tiller job. Like, you're driving, you basically, the way that they showed us during training, like the guys from Pierce or from another tiller training department that came in. They taught you to steer with your hands at the bottom of the wheel, so that way if the tractor driver was going right, then you would go up with your right hand. You're basically steering left, so that you steer the opposite of the way the front guy goes. So if you had your hands at the bottom, like we're going right, so you go up with your right hand. You're going left, you move your left hand. So that was a little trick that they showed us. But sometimes, like if you weren't paying attention, and it was usually when you were sitting at an intersection, you were getting ready to pull out. There's a couple of times we were going right, and I was just not thinking. I was like, oh, we're turning the corner that way, and the tiller started to drift in towards the stop sign. I had to shout in the rail. I was like, stop, stop, stop. And the guy that's driving is like, what the fuck are you doing back there? I'm like, sorry, I had a brain fart. You went right, and I went, I went to turn right as well. Right, yeah. Instead of turning left. See, I'm even getting myself confused right now. It was a bit of a mind freak. But that was just like driving through the street. So I can imagine driving to a call. You shouldn't be speeding anyway, because that can be dangerous. I've seen some of the training videos that they showed us of guys like hot dogging it in the tiller, trying to get the back end swinging out. And there's this one video they go around a junction, an intersection, and they're making a left turn, and they tip it over, and they absolutely smoke this car that's sitting at the intersection as well. Those guys got in trouble. So it's nothing to mess around with. You've got to be well trained for it. I never drove the ambulances. Training, what's that? Manual of cosplay, GG. We had a skid school. We had a skid school, then take a training course for driving our truck by the fire department. So the fire department actually did the training course. That's pretty cool. Streaming helps me cope with PTSD and such. Yeah, I really do think that it's great therapy. I really do. Reaper, what sort of games have you been playing lately? What do you play? Do you play like first person shooters and stuff like that? Like for me, I like my brain to sort of zone out a little bit, and I like it to I like a balance of just mindlessly playing a game. Like sometimes I'll just go on and play a little bit of FIFA so I can sit and just sort of zone out a little bit. But sometimes I do like a game that challenges me to think. And even this game, this Harry Potter, this Lego game, a lot of puzzles and stuff you got to figure out, and you've got to be active and stuff like that. So I like a balance of stuff. I really wish I was good at the first person shooters, because they look so much fun, Mainly horror, but I've been on God of War. Reaper, have you played that? What's that game? It's Dead by Daylight. It's like the survival game. Like you can either play the killer where you're hunting the people, or you can play one of the ones that's being hunted and you're trying to hide from people. Is that the game I'm thinking of? You play that one? Yeah. I've seen a lot of people streaming that. I'm like, it's obviously really graphic, right? But it looks a lot of fun. It looks like once you got into it, and there's a big community out there, it looks like once you got into it, it would be kind of addictive, right? And it's probably cathartic. If you had a stressful day, and you go, you know what, I'm not playing the victim of the day. We're going and we're going to kill some NPCs. We're going to kill some sprites on this computer. And yeah, it's kind of therapeutic. You know what I mean? There's another one that I saw. I saw a short about it. I was flipping through, and it's a survival game, but the name escapes me. But you don't have a gun, you don't have a knife or anything like that. All you can do is run away and hide and try and use the environment to trap the person. And one of the scenes is like you're basically hiding in a locker or something like that. And this old lady with a bird on her hand drags this poor guy in, and she's going like, "You've upset mummy. Like mummy's upset. Baby gets something. I don't know." Well, she fucking drills a hole through his head and then throws him in this sort of meat grinder looking thing. I'm like, what the fuck? I grew up in the 80s, like watching, playing like Mario and stuff like that, and then through the 90s playing Super Mario and Zelda. And I remember back in the UK, they wouldn't even let you have the Super Nintendo version in the UK. You couldn't even have the blood in Mortal Kombat because people were freaking out. And if you could show people back then, like legislators, censorship, enforcers, back then, the games that we're playing these days, they would have a fucking coronary on the spot. Because it's crazy how it's like the new normal for acceptable. I talked about it with alcohol a little bit earlier. We talk, it's just like you can sit and drink and then your tolerance goes up and that all of a sudden becomes your new norm, or your new idea of what's acceptable. The new idea of what's acceptable today is astronomically different compared to what it was when we were growing up, back in the day. Well, I'm not trying to be like that because I'm open to it. I actually like some of this stuff and I play some of the stuff that's, graphic and gory and stuff like that. But, Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat were about as bad as it got. And then, of course, Resident Evil comes out, and then Silent Hill, and then you get all the first-person shooters and stuff like that come out as well. Skid School, so streaming helps me cope with PTSD. It's mainly horror stuff, yep. Play that all the time, yeah. Now that's interesting. You grew up in the 80s as well. No, I have a lot to unpack now. Big Irish, welcome back. Hopefully you got them kids scrubbed, get their jammies on, and tell them to get to bed. It's probably, is Appleton, is Wisconsin in Central Time as well? So you're back at 5 past 7 there as well. You're a 90s baby. That's all right. 90s babies are, you can still relate to them as long as they're sort of, yeah. You know what? Here's the thing about like generational stuff is that you can be from a different era and you can relate to people from different eras. Number one, you have to be willing to do that. Right? You have to be open to doing that. You got to have that sort of personality, that approachability, and that willingness to go, you know what? I'm going to try and open my mind to something outside of what I was used to and what I grew up with. So you have to be willing in the first place. Second, you're going to have common ground. And streaming, online gaming is common ground. Like, I mean, there's guys that I play with online and I watch on stream that are decades older than I am. Hard to believe, I know, right? I know, I see, like getting grey and the old beard and all that. And obviously decades younger than I am as well. And you can relate to them, you can hold a conversation with them about what you're playing. I mean, I play FIFA and I can talk to like kids online that are playing FIFA. We can talk about different players and who's a better player and who had a stinker at the weekend. And then you can talk to guys who are decades older than you about the same thing. I mean, FIFA's a perfect example of that, but also Street Fighter and stuff like that. I've got older guys that, that when first Street Fighter came out, Street Fighter 2 came out, they were probably my age now and still playing the games now and crushing it at it. And, they know a lot about the lore and stuff behind Street Fighter and the lore behind Mortal Kombat and the lore behind Zelda and the lore behind Final Fantasy, because they were playing those same games. So there's common ground throughout the generations. But like I said, you have to be willing to be open to accepting ideas and communicating with other generations. And you have to have a medium. You have to have common ground. Streaming. You know what I mean? Easy. I never played Silent Hill. It was one of those games like Resident Evil. I was freaked out by it. I'm not gonna lie. It was like I don't walk the streets and I'm a fraidy cat or anything like that. But when you're sitting in a dark room playing a game like this by yourself and you get like jump scares, I'd be like, I even had a hard time playing Zelda when I was a kid because it like goes through the dungeons and I'm like creeped out. So I would sit with the guide and be like, all right, what's next? Oh, there's something coming around the corner, so that I wasn't surprised by what was coming up next, you know. Still have your original Nintendo and Super Nintendo. So I never had an NES. I got given a loan of one. I think I mentioned it in the my Twitch bio, the About Me section sort of thing. I was given one and I loved playing Mario. I loved playing Duck Hunt and stuff like that for the NES. But my first console that I got was a Super Nintendo. I had like my uncles had like the Atari. Was it the 6500? The one with the it was a square pad. It had the one red button and the joystick and stuff like that. And they played like Pong and stuff on it. We had a Spectrum ZX, which was like, if I could have done anything, it would have been stick with Spectrum ZX. And I had a Commodore 64, the one that had the old cassette tape that you put into it to load the games on. And there was a cartridge slot in the back of it as well. But I used to play Trivial Pursuit on that. What was it called? Midnight Resistance, Shadow Warriors. Nightbreed was one game for that as well that I played on the Commodore 64. But if there was one wish that I had, one regret that I have, is I wish I had kept at the programming side of that, because how much money could you make doing software development and programming and troubleshooting these days? And that's what all that was. Like, if you wanted to, there was like programs like you could type in the code to create a picture on the Spectrum ZX, or if to get a game to run through the Commodore 64, you had to create the command. Basically, it was like command prompt or terminal. You'd have to type in the code and hit execute, and and be able to start the game. And also, if you wanted to use that as a calculator, you could use it as a calculator, but you had to make sure you had the right syntax, and you had to like print, colon, and whatever calculations that you were trying to do. And if you got a space wrong in that, it would give you a syntax error. So you had to have attention to detail. And as a 10-year-old, I was just like, oh, this is too hard. I just want to play Nintendo. And that's one of my regrets. I wish I'd kept at that. Where are we at here? Yeah. Need to play Silent Hill. We're going to say all the games next, but okay. Central Time, usually put to bed about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Reaper, just got my 3 kids to bed. Man, 3 kids. My brother has 3 kids. I mean, they're not kids anymore. They're teenage girls. 3 girls. So my brother is in a house with 4 women. And so they live on a farm. They have a stable yard, like a livery yard, horse farm basically, back in Scotland. And sometimes I'll call him on like Facebook Messenger, and I'll be like, all right, how's it going? What are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just down the bottom field in the tractor. I was like, oh, what are you working on? He's like, I'm not working. I was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm just sitting in the tractor, hiding from everybody in the house, because like once they get going, they're sweetheart girls, and my sister-in-law's a diamond. But once they all get going, and my sister-in-law is so passive, she'll just sort of walk out and like, I'm done with you, and let them all sort of squabble, and my brother can't handle it. He's just like, I'm out. Funniest thing. So 3 kids, I commend you. My brother-in-law has 3 girls as well, and I often tell him about my brother and his experiences. I'm like, this is your future. This is what you're about to have. You're welcome. Play trenches for jump scares. Okay. I'm not saying I like jump scares, Reaper. I'm just saying, like, they are funny. They're funny. I actually love to watch shorts of people getting jump scared and stuff like that. So I think it makes for good watching. So I'll bear that in mind. Trenches. Jump scares, even when I've played the game 100 times. Yeah, Duck Hunt gets slept on, but it was so much fun. Absolutely. I mean, you have like a group of friends over. It's like the Wii. You got a group of friends over. You play Wii bowling or Wii frisbee or Wii golf or something like that. Or throw Duck Hunt on and have a little bit of a competition. Turn it into a party game or something. It's a lot of fun. Mission complete. You had a Commodore 64 as well? Yep. Machina Gaming is now following. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. We're going to be getting close. I think we had a goal of about 200. We're trucking on here. Gosh almighty. Thanks for all the follows, guys. I appreciate it. Feeling old. Feeling old. Feel real old now. Yeah, I know. I get it. I'm not above dating myself. It's, it is what it is. Time marches on for us all. Madden Cliff cosplay to the Reaper. I was talking to someone about Oregon Trail, and they looked at me like I was crazy. I have 4 total plus your angel daughter. Well, that's very nice. That's awesome. Oregon Trail is a classic. So good. Yeah. Well, like I say, we had a vote earlier, and I think the next time that we stream, let's see, might be tomorrow. I got a good buddy of mine that just got hired by the big city department here in Kansas City. He just got hired, so he wants to meet tomorrow and get some food and celebrate and stuff like that. So whether or not he follows through, he's got a lot going on right now, a lot to get prepared for. So I might go meet him, but if not, there might be an opportunity for streaming tomorrow. But regardless of that, the next time that we stream, I think we're going to come back on and we'll start playing through the game that was the winner of the votes. And like I said, I've got some stuff to tally up, but I've got an idea in my mind that it's between 2 games, and it's going to be I think it's going to be pretty close. So if you guys, the voting on Twitter the poll itself has closed, but you can always shoot me a message on Twitter, drop a comment on my page. You can go to youtube.com/mintcake and you can look at the videos, the Bloodborne videos, or the Street Fighter videos, or the Harry Potter Lego videos that are on there, and just write in the comments section, hey, love to see you play this game, or hey, you should try this or consider this, and I'll definitely take that under consideration. And I'm going to look at all the stuff that you guys recommend, look at some of the gameplay for those games, spoiler free of course, and try and see if it's something that I would consider playing. So I'll give everything a fair crack. But they're dysentery. I want to, but they're dysentery. I'm watching that movie right now. Okay. Alright, I got you. You guys are, yeah. So, like I say, the next time we go on, whenever that is, we'll probably start playing through a blind playthrough of a game. And actually getting some like good gaming content done. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to play a little bit of Harry Potter. Let's switch to the game. Alright. Let me know if the sound is alright on this. Let's go load game. Harry Potter. Do not switch off when this. What? Okay. Alright, so we're in the leaky cauldron. I'm guessing this is just where we start. Alright, somebody told me I missed. Oh, wait. So the leaky cauldron just morphs you, like, transports you back to. Okay. I thought we were in the Quidditch field. No, we've been there. We've done this before. How do we get out? Oh shit. Almost hauled the mic down. So, cast Wingardium Leviosa. Okay, but I guess. How's that sparkling? Alright. I was following him. Oh, okay, so this was going out to the Quidditch field, I remember. Yep, so I had to get on this broom. Get on off, down the stairs. Uh-oh. Alright, hang on. There's the Hogwarts student in peril again. So, that guy was back inside. Somebody told me to go to the bathrooms. Inside. Ah, you fixed that. I see. Yeah, this guy like moans all the time, and I guess it's. Somebody told me it was in the bathroom where you fight the troll, and I can't even remember how you get back there. Where are you, Harry? There you go. I get it. I know you want me to follow you that way, but I'm trying to find the troll bathroom thing. No, we'd lit all of those already. Was it in the dungeon? Troll was in the dungeon? No. Well, it's not a dungeon, is it? No, it's a great hall. So if I was a betting man, I would say the dungeon was down the way, but I don't quite know how to get to it. Oh, there he's there. That's the guy that's yelling. Okay. Oh, there was 8 of 9. Didn't see that one before. So, we're supposed to get that guy down. How do you get that guy down? You get up there and get him. So you can take a guy up there, but you can't just target on that guy. Go away. Ooh! What did I do there? Okay. Oh, look at that! Shit. Ah! I'm trapped. Trapped in the books! Ah, come on. This happened to me in Bloodborne. I was trapped in the book. Trapped in like a frame trap thing. Oh, I got out. And then I died because... timing. Up here. Up here. Up there. And then up there. Yes! There you go. Student in peril. Alright, so that'll stop that guy from moaning. But there's another guy at the Quidditch field, I believe, that we have to save too. So I got 8 of the 9 of those torches. Get out of the way, you. Are you saying thank you because I stopped the guy from moaning?
Yes.
So, through the PS5 controller, when there's a student in peril or something you need to be aware of, the audio comes through the controller, and every like 30 seconds he just goes, ah! And it was driving her up the wall. Oh man. So I don't know where the last. It's got to be in here somewhere. So we did that one. Did this one. So that would be 3. That's not 1. That would be 4 up there. 5. Would you piss off? Yeah, get out of the way. Oh, I got onto it. Come on, you're gonna have to move. I can't lock onto this one because she won't move. Oh, I did it. A sec. Dude, get out the fucking way. Oh. Locked onto it for a brief sec. There it is. Now, because of all that, I lost count. So there's 1, 2. There's 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was 6. And it said I had 8 of 9. That was 6 though. It's a different area altogether. I think it's a different area. Oh, and I was supposed to get up here. It said you'll need a powerful screech to smash the glass. Hermione, have you got anything? Hello, the cat. Hello, the kitty. Powerful screech to smash the glass. I feel like Mrs. Norris might have been one. Did that one already. Okay, we've already, yeah. We've been through this one. Hogwarts prefects won't let you by. I think this might be the dungeons down here. Curious. Do you use a capture card or are you using Lightstream? The PS5 and Xbox have a built-in feature to stream from. Yes, they do. I'm actually using a capture card right now. And I have a capture card going from a PS5 to the streaming PC that I have. And the reason I have that set up is just so if I decide that I want to stream through a different medium or a different console or something, I have that availability. Because I know, like, if I ever decide to go through Xbox or Wii that I can't, or Switch or something like that, I would need the capture card for it. So I've got the Elgato HD 60 Plus or something like that, I believe. It's been great. It hasn't let me down yet, so I love it. And I use, I'm not an expert by any means. I'm just using what I sort of learned, and I'm still learning. So I use OBS Studio, and I downloaded the plugin, the owned plugin for that. But I also have, I've signed up for like just a free account for Stream Elements. So I've been meaning to try around with some of the overlays and alerts and stuff like that for that, but I'm so sort of green at the whole thing that I haven't even tapped into even a small amount of its potential. So that's Snape's classroom. That is not the dungeons where we fought the troll. I don't know how you unlock these doors. And we did this one already, I believe. such trouble locking onto these, doesn't it? Already got that one. And the other ones are probably up there. See there, it's there. It's that one. And it won't lock onto it from there. Too far away. Don't suppose we could get past that prefect. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where these dungeons are, and so I'm gonna probably have to look it up at some point. This is a classroom. Yep, this is a classroom. Another classroom. Yep. This is where we learned Wingardium Leviosa, and that's where we learned Lumos. And here is... Can we get through here? Oh, we can! Grand staircase. Huh. Alright. Don't know what all that was for, but... Oh, there's one of those orange paintings. Zap! Quidditch ball. Where'd it go? So this is the Hogwarts common room? Yeah, the Hogwarts common room. The Gryffindor common room. Yep, there's the fat lady. I remember being up here. This is before we had any spells, I guess, so... It's rattling like I can do something with it, but... Okay. Okay, I don't know what to do with that. Whoa! Yeah. Only characters who can speak parcel tongue can talk to these snakes. Well, that's me. Whoa! Ate me up and spit me out. I'm not really sure the point of that, but just got deep-throated by a snake. Okay. Whoa, and we died. And okay, back down we go. Oh wait. Yeah, back down we go. That's where we're supposed to go. Did that. And we're just going back down, I suppose. Ooh, ghostly treasure. Trophy earned. Alright, let's just follow him, I suppose. Get that one. Yes. That's twice I've done those when you light the torches and you get like six of the 7 and... That one has a lock in it? You go through here? Nope. Sure can't. We're just going back to where we were. Which is fine. Which is fine. If it Fix the bridge. Coffee's cold. Uh-oh. Huh! What is it, Lumos that gets those? I'm almost dead. Why is it not doing it? Oh, went away. Yes. Didn't get anything for killing them, but... Is that a collectible? What is it? Green ball. Oh! Hi, Hermione! Go to Wingardium Leviosa. No, it disappeared, so it was nothing. Took his hat off. Huh. What's that for? What's supposed to do with that? Get heart, because we need hearts. Okay. Go away. So can't lock onto that. So she has somebody's hair. Can't do anything with it. Oh, hang on. If we go Lumos. Alright. Back to Wingardium Leviosa. This thing's moving. Building these up. Let's see what we're supposed to do with that, but we go Lumos again. Get this out of the way. Where are you going? I don't know what the point in this is, but... Oh, what's up, what to do? Hedwig. What's up, girl? How you doing? Can Harry talk to her? Switch to Wingardium Leviosa. Let's go in here. See what this is. You can't use gold cauldrons until you've learned how to make Polyjuice potion. So this is a different... No, this is the same walkway. How is that covered up? This is back the way I came. Why was it covered up? Which movie am I on for the game? Madden in Love cosplay. I am on. We're still on Philosopher's Stone, or sorry, Sorcerer's Stone. As you call it here in the United States. Yeah, still on the first one. So we made our way down. Last time we played, we made our way down to the Quidditch field, and we were trying to. You know, the scene in the movie where Hermione thinks that Snape is confunding Harry's broom, but it ends up being Quirrell. But so we're trying to make our way over. I think this is the guy, the Hogwarts student in peril, but I don't know how to get him down, because he won't. You can't lock on him. Oh. Alright, I say that, and I think we just figured it out. Now you can jump onto that. Good news, I stopped the guy from yelling. Yeah, it is annoying. But no, we saved him. We did it. We saved him. Oh, I believe in you. Thank you. Thanks for the belief. Alright, Harold, let's go. Let's go Quidditch it up. So, there's a cutscene which we've already seen, so he goes on here and starts to play, and then his broom starts to go haywire. Yay, Harry! Hang on a second. Quit showing off, Harold. Nobody likes to show off. It's a snitch. Go earn your keep. Uh-oh, something's up. Let's go. Alright, so we've got to make our way down. There are a couple of puzzles here that we can solve. We can raise the flags. So there's one of 7. This is just for collecting coins, I suppose. Oh, don't fall off. Don't you fall off, Hermione. I've only got one genius, and that's you. Okay. Oh! Up on the broom. We'll have Ron do that. Oh! No! Hermione just died. Shoot. Yeah, you're gonna have to get Guardium on. So is Hermione dead? No, there she is. Uh-oh. Put these pieces up so scabbers can crawl through it. And scabbers. Peter Pettigrew. Peter Piper picked a pot of pickle Pettigrew. Go. Mueve it. Okay. Alright. So that's all he can do up here. Okay. So the thing that's making the noise is the Hogwarts emblem part. Good job, Ron. And the way that I get to it is through building these blocks, I believe. Oh shit! I just walked around the edge. Jump, Hermione! Oh, so close. How far away is that? Huh. Let's see the shadow of it. My depth perception's way off. Is that not in line with that? So can't really bring it further down this way. Can only put it there, and then it's going to fall off the edge. Okay. I won't really go further that way. I don't know what I'm doing. If you've never played this stuff, for heads up, there's stuff you won't be able to get on your first playthrough. Okay, maybe that's a hint that I can't get this. So there's all these locked doors and stuff like that. There's 4 of 7. Guess I just use this to get up to here. Controls are frustrating me. Come on, get up there. Okay. Ooh. That was nice. Yeah. Oh, no. Maybe we can get up with that. Yes. Damn it. Okay, so we're here, but no. Maybe this wasn't the way we were supposed to come. A little stuck. So, kind of looks like a dead end. Stupid phone. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But if you get any ideas where to go, you know, but a little bit of help goes a long way. That's what I say. Seems like, because I came down there. That's a deadly fall. I don't see the way to go. Press options. Don't know what that means. Nope, don't want to take a screenshot. Touchpad doesn't do anything. There's a picture back there. I don't know. I don't know where to go. Oh, no, it's definitely not over the edge. Well, what was the point in that? Okay. So there's Harry having a bad time there. So I'm on this. I came from here. No, I didn't. Nope, Scabbers back in. Okay, there's 5. Wait, this is the way we came in. It is the way we came in, because we got that. Fudge, I don't know where we're going. Back here. Back down here. Has to be something with this. Trying to interact with everything. But then it's like there's nowhere to go. So sent Scabbers up there. Right? So that he could knock that down so that we could get up there. And we got up there and I don't see where we go from there. Oh, there's a higher place to go. Surely we can't get up there. How do we get up there? Let's see how you get up there. Okay, so you can get round there. But how do you get through there? Maybe you send Scabbers? No, he can't get through there either. Don't know. Because it's like you can get... Trying to get up there. I don't know how you get up there. Unless you have to bring these all the way over. Bring these all the way over? Nope. And they just disappear and rematerialize there. Alright. You might have to look this up. That has to be the way though. Hermione. I feel so stupid once I get this. I already feel like we're just wasting time. Alright. We're looking it up. I'm not beyond being petty and looking stuff up. This is what we're doing. What to look up though? Make some pieces appear. I don't know. Okay, send scabbers in. Inputting the pattern correctly. Tubing, put scabbers through. When it comes out, you can go forward, have your heroes head left towards the base, then use the magic to reassemble the pieces. Makeshift staircase leading towards the ledge on the upper right. Climb the stairs, use the magic to eliminate the obstruction, which I don't know how you do that. So we are in the right area. Use magic to eliminate the obstruction. Shit. Oh shit. That might work. Yeah, it worked. Magic to eliminate the... but... what obstruction? Then continue to the right, demolish everything that you find there. When you're done, there will be pieces rattling around on the ground. Use Wingardium Leviosa to assemble the pieces into a booth of sorts. Assemble what pieces? There's nothing to assemble. I literally don't get it. Alright, well, we're going to take a little bit of a break here because I'm done banging my head against the brick wall and get tired of listening to that as well. Oh man, that was a little bit frustrating. No, you're alright. I was just trying to figure out this puzzle part. And I'm going to end up having to look it up because I'm doing something. I'm obviously ignoring something that's completely right in front of my face. But we're going to take a little bit of a break here. Might take a little bit of an extended break, so I'll probably raid you guys out of here. Again, thank you guys for coming by. There's some great chat tonight. I really got to hear some of your stories, and I really loved hearing, you guys just open up and be able to be completely bare bones honest. I mean, I know that we don't know each other personally, but you get to know a lot more about those who you're watching and who's watching you. And I think there's beauty in that, if you ask me. And like I said, this streaming lark is a form of community, of a form of free therapy, if you ask me. So what we'll do is we're going to take a short break. I'll raid you guys out here because I'm not entirely sure if we're going to be playing for too much longer anyway. So thanks again for coming by. The next time we stream, we will more than likely be playing through the game that was the winner of the poll, which will be obviously revealed on the next stream. I'll have to look at all avenues of the voting, direct messaging, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube comments as well. So although the Twitter vote closed, don't hesitate to get on the socials, YouTube at mintcake, twitter.com/mintcake. We're on Instagram as well. And if nothing else, just to make connections, hit us up, let us know, hey, we were talking on the stream, follow me the next time I'm streaming. I'll look out for you guys and give you my support as well. I really think that's what it's all about. It's about looking out for each other, coming together, supporting each other and helping each other grow. We're not competing against each other by any stretch of the imagination. We're all in this together, and I think we should all be doing our bit to lift each other up from a streaming perspective and from a humanitarian perspective. Just be good people, help those out around you. It's not you against us, it's not us against you. We're all in this together, especially when it comes to mental health and advocating, destigmatizing all of that. So we'll take a break and we'll come back and stream maybe a little bit here tonight. If not, please look out for the pings and we'll catch you on another time. So thanks for stopping by. see if I can just quickly. This thing is annoying me so. Well, I know. Yes, this is why I'm like. I thought when I came back into this, it would let me just continue where I left off. But it's not. I had to go back and do it all again. So I'm kind of just wanting to finish this part so I don't have to come back and do it again. Oh, I could destroy that. It said destroy everything, but use magic. I don't get it though. I don't get it. Okay. Alright, so I was able to destroy that part. Okay. I forgot there was just the Reducto spell that is your regular spell. So I was trying to use like Wingardium Leviosa to do. That is annoying and a little bit embarrassing that I spent that amount of time on stream talking to you guys about. What happened? Nice. Nice job, Hermione. So she just unlocked the cabinet and then magic axe came out and chopped away the thing. And now we are past. I almost feel like disappointed. Like, that it took me that long to get it. No, to figure that one part out. We're still streaming, by the way. That's alright. See the lights on in there? Because they didn't stop streaming, darling. You're fine. No. We're like I say, we're not doing anything. A lot of the people have raided out of here, so we're good. Honestly, it's good. It'll be funny. Damn it. Okay. Oh shoot. That might work. Sure did. Oh! He's zapping us. See that? The heck with that guy. Something. Oh, run. Send scabbers down to get that thing. Oh, the Harry Potter girl disguise. Huh, that's funny. Switch. Right, Hermione. No, not that one. That's not how we wanted that to go. Huh. So we we gotta get past that kid. Damn it. Okay, so how do we get past him? Zap him. Doesn't. Ron? We might have to let Scabbers do some work up here, maybe? Okay, no. Must be something else. The cat. Come here. Come on. I'll give you a treat. If you want it. Alright. Gotta get this kid out of the way. It's not even doing anything to us. I'll feed him.
Meow, meow, meow.
Is that what you're saying?
Meow, meow, meow.
Come on. I'll give you a treat. Come on. You want a treat? Hey, you want me to wait until he's fed? Well, nobody's watching, but we can. Come here. Did you take any pictures? Come on then, the cat. Hey! Got it. Oh, don't be afraid. Come on. Come on, you're fine. You're gonna get tangled in the rope. See? Here you go. Come up here. There you go. Alright. No, no. Here. Here it is. No, no. Here. Up here. There you go. There you go. You can do it. And yeah. Yes, the cat. Loves his Treatos. Yeah. I know. Is that the best? His eyes get like all cracked out when he's eating these things. They were like $30 or something for like what, a pack of 50 or something like that.
Yeah.
And he just absolutely goes nuts for them. The other cat doesn't like them at all. Like, well, she doesn't like anything. She likes dry cat food and cleaning him like head to toe and then barfing up big hairballs. That's what she likes. Hello, the cat. Yes, I know. You got the best. This is Alejandro. Oh. His name's Alexander. But we call him the cat. Isn't that right, the cat? Good boy. Mint Cato. So we played that Monster Hunter game. And your little sidekick's like a cat. And I made him look like him. Grey, big green eyes. Kind of, you know, he's a good looking cat. And I called him Mint Cato. Doesn't really respond to it though. Doesn't respond to anything apart from, you want a treat? It doesn't even respond to, do you want a treat? It responds to the sound of the packaging. So, gets this packaging out. And when she goes out of town on conferences or whatever, and it's just me and him and the girl cat here, sometimes I don't see them for days. Like, they don't come near me. But I've started to get these treats. So when I come home, just to get him out, just to make sure he's, you know, not dead under the bed or something like that, I get these treats out so that he comes running. As soon as he hears, like, the rattle of the packaging. Well, of course we had to take him to the vet one time. So, darling sweetheart, light of my darkness over there, decided that she would entice him with a treat to come on out, and then right after she gave him the treat, rammed him in the cat carrier and took him to the vet. So for about 6 months after that, he's had PTSD about getting these treats. Isn't that right, buddy? Yeah. I didn't realise. I just realised I didn't have you on the big camera, did I? See? Say hi, everybody. Yeah. What's that? Is that the mean coffee maker? Is that how you know that your mummy's getting up in the morning? You know how I know that your mummy's getting up in the morning? Because I hear you. It's all done? No, I guess it's not. Almost all done. You're a good cat. You're a good kitty. He's 13. You're an old catto. Still got plenty of years and miles left on you though, buddy, aren't you? Yeah. Back feels a lot better the day. A lot stronger and a lot more tolerant of getting it touched. I think sometimes when he jumps down off of high things, he forgets how young he isn't anymore. And we have a squirrel that comes on our balcony as well, and he likes to pretend to hunt that a little bit. Isn't that right? Doesn't that feel good? Yeah. He's definitely not curling his back up as much anymore. Isn't that right? Uh-oh. He thinks you're going to ram him in the cat carrier. Isn't that right, the cat? You all done? It's all done? You want to get done? Want to say bye-bye? Say bye-bye. Bye-bye, the catto. I'll put it next to the camera. Yeah. It's all done. You just like to rub your face against the packaging now. Use it as a little scratch, 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 scratch. Yeah. Alright. Let's get down. You all ready? And he's done. Alright. Ugh. Alright. So, let's figure this out. So we can stop this little boy screaming.
Hey.
Yes. There's a ladder. Thank you very much, person in the picture. You got him. Don't know who that's supposed to be. Oh, missed it. Did it. Good. We're going up the ladder. I know the cat. You want another one? You got your real food there though. Get your real food. Staircase. Beautiful. Nice work, Hermione. That's why you're here. Brains behind this operation. Okay. Well, I've seen it now. Yeah, you said it then. We're not going to do it right now, Bubba. You're going to go eat your food. Gonna go eat your food? I moved over away from the camera because El Cato wanted some screen time. That's too high. I'm not that tall. What you doing, Hermione? So, nice. Nice. Getting somewhere now. Something there. Okay. Cosplay said that we won't be able to get everything in our first playthrough, so I'd imagine this is what all of this stuff is. All these locked doors. That's a good boy eating your food. Reducto. Okay, so there's Quirrell. So it would seem like we would have to build these up somehow. But Wingardium Leviosa is not working on that. So it seems like anything that you... Ah, that was just anything that you can't destroy is usually a prop. Of course, he set Snape's cloak on fire, thinking that the Snape was doing it, but it's not. But he at least disrupted Quirrell from doing his thing. Nice dodge, Harold. Level complete, thank goodness. I don't want to have to go through that again. Unlocked to Harry's Girl disguise. We've got House Crest, Gryffindor. There was another one there, a Ravenclaw one, but I couldn't get. True Wizard, 48%. Huh, that sucks. So, that bar is like a completion bar for the level. Stud total. Total stud. Gold bricks. None. Oh, one for completing the level. Continue the story or return to the Leaky Cauldron. Alright, well, let's return to the Leaky Cauldron and we'll call it at that. I think we'll do... unless you've got a lot more work to do. Yeah, I think I'll just probably call it here because I want to support another couple of guys who are going through some streams as well. And Maddie, I promise you I would check in on on your stream there too. So I think we'll call it at that. We'll just chatting. Messed that up. Sorry, messed that up. Again, depending on what we do with tomorrow's schedule, we may or may not be streaming, but either way, it will be. I'm kind of going to miss this Lego game a little bit, so that we might use this as like some light relief between gaming episodes, like playthrough episodes, if it gets a little bit too intense. And who knows, if we're not enjoying it, we need a change of pace, we need just to smash things, we might come back to this, because it's been fun, you know, and you know, it's been a nice little vehicle for chatting. But tonight was different. Tonight was one of those I've seen Just Chatting streams, and that's kind of what this turned into, isn't it? It kind of turned into like a little impromptu Just Chatting, you know, a little bit of communion, a little bit of discussion, a little bit of therapy, yeah, just a little bit of bonding. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I'm not sure that I would make a habit of it. Like, again, I don't want this to be, you know, too much of a... I don't want it to be preachy to anybody by any stretch of the imagination, but I just really want people to know that we're all in the same boat. We all have mental health issues in some form. They can be minor, you know, things like just anxiety, you know, frustration, you know, little bits of anger issues, or they can be serious anxiety, high levels, crippling anxiety, major anger issues, addictions, you know, depression. You know, we all have something going on, and we all need positive, non-destructive, healthy coping mechanisms. And I believe that that's what this is. Not just video games, but coming together and playing together, talking together, supporting each other. I honestly think that's what it's all about. I fully believe that the answer to a lot of our mental health issues is found in our connection with other people. And I stand firm on that. There are certain things that we have to go through on our own, that we have to work through personally, but that doesn't mean that you can't have people be there for you in a supportive role. Can't go through this. You can't go through this alone. You've got to lean on other people in some form. You've got to have a support system, because you become more susceptible to those negative, unhealthy coping mechanisms if you don't have that support system in place. And that doesn't mean you have to go to therapy. It doesn't mean that you need counseling. It doesn't mean that you need, you know, medication or anything like that. Some might, and that's okay, but you can't go through this by yourself. You can't go through it alone. You might be able to for some of it, but it will be much easier for you if you just open yourself up to receiving help from others, and you know, take your ego away, take your pride out of the equation, and just be open to healing through communing and assembling with others. I think that's great stuff about the streaming community. Nice soccer skills, Cat. He's chasing his ball around. Now that he's had his treat, he's had his food, now he's pretending to hunt after the fact. Going through the hunt motions. Love it. Alright guys, well that'll do it for the night. Again, watch out for the pings on the Discord, watch out for the pings on Twitter. If you haven't yet, give us a follow. Check us out on the socials, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, at Mintcake, each of them. The videos we have uploaded onto YouTube, we're going to edit them, we're going to make them a little bit shorter, a little bit more digestible. But the live streams, the VODs of the live streams are on there if you want to drop in, catch up on stuff you might have missed, but also drop some comments in there. Let me know, like, you know, what advice you have for me, what you would like to see, what you don't want to see, any tips and tricks for streaming, setups. Let me know what you do for your streaming, for your setups, what equipment you use, what's worked for you, what hasn't worked for you. I'm open to all of that stuff, and I think there's value in talking about it, because, you know, you might teach me something, you might learn something. So love that. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. You guys enjoy your Saturday night, stay safe, and have fun whatever you're doing.